Hey, what is happening, guys? What's going on? What's cracking YouTube? Thank you guys for tuning in to Rules for Rebels. And today we are talking merch by Amazon. Huge news. This is actually really big news today. Now, I'm not necessarily like super excited or over the moon about this, but I do think that this change, this development, this new update is in a large way going to change Amazon merch as we know it. So here's what it is. If you guys have logged in today, you may have noticed this. If not, you can log in and check it out. As of 8/29 today, Amazon Marketing Services, or AMS, is launching for Merch by Amazon. We will enable accounts on a rolling basis. When an account is eligible, content creators will see a new advertising section at the bottom of their merch dashboard, which will include AMS registration instructions and a unique code required for sign-up. Please note that we will not be able to provide updates on approvals for individual accounts. So for any of you guys who are like, what? What does this mean? Let me break it down. So you know how on Etsy, for example, you can run sponsored listings. That makes your item stand up at the top of the search above all the organic results. You're front and center. Now you pay to be up there, but hopefully that's going to drive sales for you, and it's more profitable to be up there and pay. You're going to be making more money by running those ads than you're going to be spending on the ads. Now, let me show you guys something real quick. What this is going to look like on Amazon.com, I just pulled a search for unicorn shirt. Now, if we go down here, here are the top results, right? So number 1 result is a sponsored listing. Number 2 result, sponsored listing. Number 3 result, sponsored. So this shirt right here is the first organic result. So basically, these 4 people are paying money. I don't know if they're paying a quarter, a dollar, whatever it is, but they're paying money to show up at the very top here. This guy is just showing up here because he designed a nice shirt. He's got a lot of reviews. He's got good keywords, bullet points, and descriptions. He's got a high BSR score. And so he's showing up organically. These people are paying. So that's basically what this program is. That's basically what it means, is you're going to basically have the opportunity to pay to be shown at the top of Amazon merch search results. No, ultimately, you're going to want it to be to the point where you pay $2 in ads to drive one, hopefully even cheaper than that, but you pay $2 to convert to one sale. That sale brings you in $5.38. You only paid $2, and you're basically paying for visibility. You're paying to be seen. A lot of people right now are complaining that there's so many merch sellers, there's so many shirts, there's so many garbage shirts that even good designers and good artists are getting lost in the shuffle. So, if you truly believe in your designs and you're willing to put money behind them to get them seen because you think people can buy them, that is a possibility. Now, even though this program is new, this is something that you've been able to do all along. It used to be a little bit of a workaround. You had to sign up for an Amazon Vendor Express account and an AMS account, and then somehow you connected the accounts, and then you were able to run these ads. Now, probably over the last month or two, that program, I believe, wound up coming to an end. And it was really confusing to get set up. I mean, there's YouTube videos and stuff about it. I tried getting it set up, and every time I went through the process, I followed everything step by step. I think I may have had an issue because I've always had an Amazon KDP account. And one thing that I noticed in the instructions that Amazon gives us, it's a different sign-up process if you already have an Amazon KDP account. So I think having a KDP account got in my way of doing this Vendor Express AMS kind of workaround that a lot of people were doing. As far as like whether it even works, I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people saying it works great. I've heard other people say they're spending more money than they're making. Let me hop over to this next page here. And again, this is the front page of like Amazon merch when you log in. And if you scroll down to the bottom, advertise your merch. If you're in the program, you'll have a unique code right here. One kind of interesting thing, I am in the program. This is a first for me. This is the first time that during a new rollout, I've been part of the first wave. Now, I would imagine that some of the largest sellers have already been in this program before it was even announced as like beta testers. But in terms of a new program being announced, this is the first time that I've ever been on the ground floor of it. I watched a video earlier today by Reseller from Steemit, or you guys may know him from YouTube as the Thrift Shop Hustler. I know he got into the program, and also Merch University, who I've been on a podcast with before. I'm subscribed to him. I saw he did an update today as well, and he's in the program as well. So it seems like this was a pretty wide release Whereas, there's still some people waiting for pop sockets, a month or two later. This seems like it was rolled out to a pretty wide number of people. And one reason I'm not really surprised by that is because this is a moneymaker for YouTube. This is a moneymaker for Amazon. If Amazon has an opportunity to make money, of course, I'm sure they want to invite the world to it. So if you want to see if you've been admitted, scroll to the bottom, right on that page I showed you. If you have a unique code, you're in. Here it talks about we're excited to announce this. It's actually a different sign-up process. Here you see if you have an account with Seller Central or KDP, please see our Seller Central KDP registration. This is the regular registration. You get your code. You are going to start advertising. Sign into Amazon. Okay, so it's actually better if you don't have a pre-existing account. If you don't have a pre-existing account, it looks like you can use the same Amazon account to do this. If you do have a pre-existing KDP or Seller Central account, you have to click to go over here for the instructions. And what they actually tell you over here is you actually need to sign out of your Amazon account. You need to create a new Amazon account, fill in all your details. Then you need to go back into the old Amazon account, get your code. Then go back into the new account in the AMS portal. Click Start Advertising. I want to request an invitation to represent a vendor. Log in, and then you'll put in your code there. So if you already have a Seller Central or KDP account, you're going to have to create a secondary Amazon account to do this. If you don't, it doesn't look like you're going to have to do that. Let's talk about what this means for Amazon merch and just kind of my take on it. And I heard the thrift shop hustler say something really interesting, and he said he felt like this was a money grab, and I completely agree. That was my initial thought. So here's what I think is going to happen. Basically, if you want to sell more shirts, you're going to have to join this advertising program. You're going to have to spend money. I shouldn't say everybody, but I think most people are at least going to give this a try. Everybody's going to be flooding to AMS to advertise their Amazon merch shirts. Obviously, the way advertising programs work, whether it's Facebook ads, AdWords, or AMS, you're bidding essentially on visibility, or you're bidding on keywords, or bidding on being seen. The more people bidding for views, the higher it drives the price. And so what I have a feeling is going to happen is the only people that are going to make additional money off this is going to be Amazon. Because let's say I'm making $1,000 a month and Tim's making $1,000 a month. Tim is going to start spending another $500 a month to drive views and visibility to his shirt. So Tim's spending $500 a month. He's making $1,000. Tim may make an extra $500 a month, right? This is pure speculation on my part, but Tim may make an extra $500 a month, but he's also going to spend $500 a month on ads. So he's essentially kind of breaking even. I'm probably going to wind up losing out on some sales because I'm not giving Amazon money. So Tim's not making any more money. He's just kind of keeping up with the Joneses. I'm either making the same or making less money. And Amazon just pocketed another $500 because Tim's paying them $500 to drive sales, which he's not really seeing in his pocket. He's just making an extra bit of money that he's sending right back to Amazon in the form of advertising. So, I don't think this is going to change merch as we know it. I mean, people have been running sponsored ads all along. Also, there are third-party sellers. People who are doing Printful integrations or people who buy blank shirts and have them printed and sell them on Amazon, they've always been able to run sponsored ads. So, I mean, it's not like sponsored ads for t-shirts is an entirely new thing, but it is new to Amazon merch. And because the process was kind of complicated to do before, I think a lot of people just never bothered doing it or didn't know about it or couldn't figure it out. Now that it's actually kind of being rolled out and promoted by Amazon merch and are giving us instructions and there's a process in place, I think you're going to see a lot of people flocking to do this. So here's kind of my plan. I think initially right off the bat, hoping that I'm one of the earlier people in and maybe it's not flooded yet, I'm probably going to do this right off the bat. Once the crowds start flooding in and everybody starts doing it, I don't think it's going to be cost efficient to do, so I'm going to start doing it. I'm hoping by doing it early, some of my shirts maybe get a bump in sales. I can get a boost in BSR score and search ranking, and hopefully that'll continue to kind of carry me on organically. But yeah, I mean, this is something I'm going to experiment with it right off the bat. I don't really see it like making me a ton more money. I don't even know if it's going to be profitable to do. And like I said, I really agree with reseller Thrift Shop Hustler. His take on it, he said, I think this is kind of a money grab, and that's kind of my thought exactly. Like, maybe a few people will be able to drive a couple extra sales, but more than anything, Amazon's getting more money for advertising. So let me know if you guys are in the program. This isn't some secret program where you can't mention if you're a part of it. So if you were introduced, drop a comment below, say, yeah, I got the code, and let us know what tier you are. You know, I'm tier 500, I got the code. I'm tier 4,000, I got the code. Me personally, I'm tier 3,000, and I got the code today, day one. Let me know if you guys did as well. And then lastly, let me know, have any of you guys been running sponsored ads through the Vendor Express / AMS workaround? Did you find it to be effective or not? Let me know your guys' thoughts on that, as well as what you guys think about this new rollout. Drop a comment in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys on the next one.